The supreme value in war is victory, not persistence. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. He who knows his enemy and himself will fight 100 battles without danger of defeat. The best victory is to defeat the enemy without spilling a drop of blood. The true strategist defeats the enemy without a fight. Opportunity is like a rolling ball. If you don't grab it, someone else will. Moving fast is like the wind. Being silent is like the forest. Attacking fiercely is like fire. Being still is like the mountain. He who waits for the enemy to make mistakes before attacking is doomed to defeat. Speed is essential in war. He who arrives first on the battlefield and awaits the enemy will be rested. He who arrives later and has to fight immediately will be exhausted. It is more important to win the war in the enemy's mind than on the battlefield. He who is prudent and waits for a reckless enemy will be victorious. Know your enemy and know yourself, and you will never be defeated. Plan covertly, strike quickly. When surrounded, appear disorganized and ready to flee. When close, pretend to be far. When far, pretend to be close. Defeat the enemy by exploiting his weaknesses and strengthening your own defenses. The art of war is governed by deception. If you know the enemy and you know yourself, you need not fear the outcome of 100 battles. Victory is reserved for those who are willing to pay the price. Concentrate on the enemy and you will lose sight of the objective. Concentrate on the objective and you will overcome the enemy. He who is prudent and waits for the unwary will be victorious. Defeat the enemy by destabilizing him and diverting his attention. Success is the reward of preparation. There is no impenetrable armor. There is no indestructible shield. True protection lies in the mind. Master the art of deception, and you will be invincible. He who knows himself but does not know his enemy will have equal chances of victory and defeat. War is a matter of vital importance for the state. It is the domain of life or death, the path to survival or loss of empire. It is obligatory to study it deeply. Don't get embroiled in unnecessary battles. Choose your fights wisely. Victory does not consist in defeating the enemy, but in conquering him. Be flexible like water, adapt to circumstances, and flow towards victory. Courage is not absent from fear, but it is the overcoming of fear. He who knows when to fight and when to retreat is a master of the art of war. Knowledge is the power that defeats the enemy's ignorance. Patience is an indispensable virtue in war. War is a game of strategy, where every move must be calculated. A good general inspires his army and wins his heart. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. War is the continuation of politics by other means. A well-fed and rested army is an invincible army. The true warrior does not just fight to win battles, but fights to preserve peace and harmony. Deception is a powerful weapon in the hands of a skilled strategist. Defeat is just an opportunity to learn and become stronger. True victory is achieved when the enemy surrenders without resistance. He who is able to adapt his tactics to the circumstances is invincible. Strategy is the way to victory. Tactics is the execution of that strategy. Discipline is the foundation of a powerful and victorious army. The wise leader knows when to delegate responsibilities and when to intervene. Wisdom is the most powerful weapon in a war of intelligence. War is not just brute force, but also intelligence and cunning. He who conquers himself is the true conqueror. The true master of war is he who avoids war through his wisdom.